Hi, and welcome to the sermon recap for this week. This week we talked about building healthy relationships, part 7, the final part of this sermon series. And we've been talking about the Sermon on the Mount and all the valuable lessons that Jesus gave about how we would treat other people. Talking about how to deal with anger, how to live with integrity, how to forgive, how not to judge people and affirm them instead, that kind of thing. And it all boils down to the final message which the Lord gave, which is the golden rule, which is do to others as you would have them do unto you. In other words, treat people the way you would like to be treated. And that's something we actually have to pay attention to, is to really think it through and go, do I really know? Have I put myself in this person's position and really thought about how I would receive this, and would I like to receive this or be told this or be treated this way? So give it some time, give it some thought, really reflect on it, and apply what you would like done for you to other people. In other words, treat people kindly and respectfully and generously and kindly and all those things. But the Lord says all of the law and the prophets are contained in this law. And then the Sermon on the Mount ends with these 3 things the Lord says, which are kind of a nice other thing to encapsulate it with, which was choose the narrow path, not the broad path. The broad path leads to destruction, but choose the narrow path, because it's a difficult path, but it's worth it. What the Lord is saying, choosing to live your life with integrity, to follow the teachings of the Lord's word, are the things that will help your life to be happy. And then he also says, by your fruits you'll be known, by how we act, by what we do. It's not just about thinking about these things, but it's about applying them to life. By their fruits you will know them. And then the final thing was, the Lord says, a wise person builds their house on the rock, because when the rains descend, the floods come, and the winds blow, and they beat upon that house, it will stay firm. But a foolish person builds their house on sand. When the storms arise and the floods and the rain, that house falls. And what he's talking about is that we need to build our lives upon the rock, as you see here on our altar here. The rock meaning the power of the Lord's word, the strength of the Lord's word. And when we do that, we will survive and get through the difficult times in our life and actually begin to thrive. The idea of sand is like these little pieces of rock, right? And all of them they're not cohesive, they don't stick together. And that's like having a bunch of ideas in our head, like truths that we don't apply to our life. When we actually apply them and live by them, they become solidified. They become like a rock instead. So build your house on the rock, don't build it on the sand. And again, the final message, of course, is, again, the golden rule, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. That will help our relationships to be healthy and to be strong and lasting. Thanks for listening. See you next time.